At one point, I found that the entrepreneurs were sort of got a lot of insight, had bright-eyed and bushy-tailed, and then Monday morning they weren't quite sure what to do with it. And so I did this training on storytelling, which was StoryBrand, Don Miller, which is a great framework for storytelling. And I started using that extensively because I found that storytelling forces you talk to people, I worked with startups and some of them very early stage, but even companies, it's sort of like, well, we do this, and this for all these people, for everyone. And there's this sort of mess of explanation. And when you have to put little pieces into a storytelling framework, you sort of have to say, well, who am I talking to? Who am I not talking to? What is important? What is less important? It's easy for someone outside to see what's more important, but for yourself, but also do this and also this. And this mechanism not only gives you a story, which is, a great thing, but it forces you to be clear and on your positioning, on who you work for, what you do, and all that. And so then I've been, working on my own version of it, which I call story building, and we'll get into that, where I think, there's more to it. But so now I work with companies and startup, and I teach and do different things around, positioning, alignment, clarity, storytelling, marketing, and all that.
Amazing. Yeah, great. Look, well, there's lots to unpack there. You've already touched on 3 or 4 great areas, which I'm sure we'll get into in a bit more detail.
Yeah.
But yeah, look, just for context, you and I had a conversation, I think 3 or 4, a couple of months ago now, maybe 3 months ago, beginning of the year, where we dove into this topic a little bit and chatted about your experience and what you've been up to. And I found it really, really fascinating. So let's shall we
let's get into it. I think, John, I think what I love about your intro there is you kind of told us a story, the journey that you've been on, and I love the way you kind of framed it. So that's going to kind of resonate and stick with us, and I guess that's what this is all about, isn't it? Working obviously in the industry for many years, we hear so many companies talk about storytelling, and those words do get used a lot across businesses, but it means different things to different people.